কন্যা রসিয়রে হোমরা ডাকে ঘনে ঘো
কন্যা মহুয়া গো, কত নিদ্রা যাও। আমি তোর বাপ ডাকি, আঁখি মেলি যাও। উঠো কন্যা মহুয়া গো, কত নিদ্রা যাও। আমি তোর বাপ ডাকি, আঁখি মেলি যাও। 16 বছর পালিলাম তোরে, কত দুঃখ করি। এক কথা রাখ মোর তুমি মহুয়া সুন্দরী। ছুরি লইয়া যাও, ছুরি লইয়া যাও তুমি নদীর পাড়ে। শুইয়া আছে নৈদ্যার ঠাকুর মায়ের আসরে। 16 বছর পালিলাম তোরে, কত দুঃখ করি। আমার কথা রাখ তুই মহুয়া সুন্দরী। ভিনদেশী দুশ্মন সে জাদু মন্ত্র জানে, পক্ষেতে মহিলা সিঁড়ি মারো পারে। আমার মাথা খাও গো কন্যা, আমার মাথা খাও। দুশ্মনে মারিয়া চুরি সাগরে ভাসাও।
পাশানে বান্ধিয়া হিয়া বসিলা শিয়রে। নিদ্রা যায় নৈতার ঠাকুর হিজল গাছের তলে। পাশানে বাঁধিয়া হিয়া বসিলা শিয়রে। নিদ্রা যায় নৈতার ঠাকুর হিজল গাছের তলে। পরে আসমানেরও চাঁদ যেমন জমিনে পড়িয়া। নিদ্রা যায় নৈতার ঠাকুর হইয়া। একবার দুইবার তিনবার করি উঠাইল নামাইল কন্যা বিষলক্ষার ছুরি।
ঠাকুর ওঠো ওঠো নয়দা ঠাকুরে ঠাকুর কত নিদ্রা যা অভাগী মা হওয়ায় ডাকে আখি মেলা চাও ঠাকুরে ঠাকুর ওঠো ওঠো নয়দা ঠাকুরে পাষাণ বাপে দিল ছুরি রে ঠাকুর তোমারে মারিতে কি রূপে বা ধিয়া তোমার নাহিল চিতে ঠাকুরে ঠাকুর ওঠো ওঠো নয়দা ঠাকুরে পাষাণ আমার মাও বাপুরে ঠাকুর পাষাণ আমার হিয়া কেমনে ঘরে যাই আমি তোমারে মা রিয়া ঠাকুরে ঠাকুর ওঠো ওঠো নয়দা ঠাকুরে কাজ নাই ভিন দেশি পুরুষ রে ঠাকুর দুঃখ নাই শিকরি আমার বুকে মারবা মামি বিষলখা ছুরি ঠাকুরে ঠাকুর
So, why does this ruthless choice between duty and desire, a rock and hard place, always seem destined for woman? Not the chant woke up. Not the chant now woke up.
माओ छासी बाबू सासी रे कोना सासी जाति को भ्रमर হইলাম আমি তুমি বনের ফুল কোনা তোমারও লাগিয়া কন্যা গো কন্যা ফিরি দেশ বিদেশে তোমার সারিয়া কন্যা আইতাম না যাইবাম গো দেশে কন্যা তোমায় যদি না পাই কন্যা গো কন্যা নাই যাইবাম বাড়ি এই হাতে মার লগো কন্যা আমার গলায় ছুরি কন্যা গো
তাজি ঘোড়া রে ঠাকুর ওই না নদীর পারে দুইজনেতে ওঠো চুইরা জয় গণেশা তোরে ঠাকুরে
So now the child opens up his chest for Mohua to stop. But how Mohua could do this? So they decided to flee away from this corrupted land, riding a horse by the river. Habe, habe. হবে করে ঝিলমিল নদীর কুল দিয়া দুইজন চলিল ঘোড়ার সোয়ার হইয়া চান্দ সুরুজ যেমন ঘোড়াতে চড়িল ওরে চান্দ সুরুজ যেমন ঘোড়াতে চড়িল চাবুক খাইয়া ঘোড়া সৈন্যতে উঠিল ঘোড়া
শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন
Where will you flee away, girl? Where will you flee away? The trap is everywhere. How this patriarchy would leave you free and unharmed. The horse stopped by the river. Then a merchant boat was flowing through the river. Mohua called for help. Merchant's eyes were captivated and snared by the beauty of Mohua. এদিকে হইল কিবা শোনো বিবরণ কন্যারে পাইতে সাধু চিনতে মনে দেখিয়া কন্যার রূপ পাগল যে হইল দেখিয়া কন্যার রূপ পাগল যে হইল দেখিয়া কন্যার রূপ পাগল যে হইল মাঝি মাল্লায় সাথে নিয়ে চলল যে করিল
তোমরা শোনো দিয়া
ও তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন তোমরা শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন
জম্পাকে সাধুর ডিঙ্গা উঠাইয়া যায় জলে ভাসে নৈতার ঠাকুর ঘটল বেকিতা পানির মুখে কালা ঢেউ পাখি করে তো ঢেউয়ের পাকে নৈতার ঠাকুর তৈরি হইল গোল।
তোমরা শোনো দিয়া
ও তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন
ও তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া তোমার বানায় আমি করে জীবন
Merchant asked his boatman to take Mohua and Nogda Chand in his boat. But look, he wasn't there just to help a helpless woman. He's a merchant. He wants exchange. Merchant asked his boatman to throw Nogda Chand out of his boat secretly. Now, Nogda Chand was fighting for life in the water of the river, and thankfully there is no obstacles now the commodity Mahua can now entertain the merchant and just the merchant forever. O merchant, O man of the world, don't think women are that weak. Women are that fragile. Don't forget that women are source of power. As you know, Devi Kali was a woman who inject energy to all beings of the world. Once a woman begins to sparkle, once a woman begins to be inspired, she can just fire up. She can just fire up the world. She can shake the whole world, almost like she tosses her hair. Mahua killed the merchant when he came to force her. She rescued almost dying of the child, and she starts treating him to cure with all of her love and care. But see, this is the fate of women's life. Luck never comes automatically in their lives. They fight every day. They fight against obnoxious patriarchy. Every day, they fight against the commodification of this capitalist world, and growing patriarchy bestows on them. So now, Saint in the jungle saw her and came to have her with his carnal desire. মুনি বলে কন্যা তুমি শোনো দিয়া পায়ে মাগি মাগি গো কন্যা তোমার 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 রূপেতে কন্যা যোগীর ভাঙ্গে তোমার রূপেতে কন্যা যোগীর ভাঙ্গে এমন ফুলের মধু কন্যা পড়া মরে ভোগ তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন তোমরা শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন
আগুন পাগল ভাঙ্গা মন খানি খাড়া সন্ন্যাসীর কথা শুনে শিরে হইল খাড়া সন্ন্যাসীর কথা শুনে শিরে পড়ে খাড়া ভাবিয়া চিন্তিয়া কন্যা কি কাম করিল সন্ন্যাসীরে বুঝাইয়া কহিতে লাগিল
তোমরা শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন তোমরা শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন
স্বামীরে বাঁচাবাগে সত্য করি আমি স্বামীরে বাঁচাবাগে সত্য করি আমি যাহা চাও তাহা দিব বাঁচাইলে রানী
তোমরা শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন তোমরা শোনো দিয়া মহুয়ার গলায় আমরা পড়ি যে বনন
So Mahua used her tricks with Saint to know how to kill her beloved, and then she fled away with her another chant. Eventually, with her love and care, Mahua cured Nadar Chand, and fortune smiled at her forehead. এক দুই তিন করি 6 মাস গেল বালা হইয়া নন্দের ঠাকুর উঠিয়া বসিল এক দুই তিন করি 5 মাস গেল ভালো হইয়া নৈতার ঠাকুর উঠিয়া বসিল ঝড়নির জলানে কন্যা বনের ফুল পাখাইয়া নৈতার চাঁদের গায়ে হইল ফুল
তোমরা শোনো দিয়া
তোমরা
শোনো দিয়া মোর পালায় আমরা করি জীবন তোমরা শোনো দিয়া শোনো দিয়া মোর পালায় আমরা করি জীবন
How wonderful it would be if we could end up here. But it didn't. Homrabuddha was fiercely searching for them, Mogwa and Nodachand. Soon they fled away, and he found them out in the jungle in one evening and caught them immediately.
প্রাণী যদি বাঁচা কন্যা আমার কথা ধরো বিশ্বলক্ষের ছুরি দিয়া দুশ্মনেরই মারো আমার বালক পুত্র সুজন খেলোয়াড় বিয়া করো তারে তুমি চলো মোদের সাথ
So Humrabuddha again gave her the knife with poison to kill Nodachand. And again, did you find the clue? Humra doesn't want to kill. As if either you kill Nodachand or you kill yourself. So guess what's going to happen now? Ladies and gentlemen, remember who sacrificed the most for the civilization to continue in the history? Who sacrifices the most in any war of human history? So Mahua realizes all of a sudden she was none other than a commodity. She was needed because she was an easy option to be used. If she kills Nodachand according to what Humrabuddha is forcing her to do, she has to continue with this commodified life without change. But if Nodachand lives with the consequence of her sacrifice, he can perhaps bring changes. He can perhaps resist the expansion of Humra and protect all other Mohubas in the future. Look what she's doing now.
জন্মের মতন বিদায় ধরে এই মহুয়ারে গো শুনো শুনো প্রাণপতি গো বলি যে তোমারে জন্মের মতন বিদায় দেব এই মহুয়া কুলো শূন্য করে তার কোলে ধর তোমরা করছি রেহারে চুরি রে শোনো শোনো প্রাণপতি
So, ladies and gentlemen, all of my crews know that this is the end of the story. But do you think this is right for Muhua to die? If I was the ruler of the world, I would perhaps provoke Muhua to kill Homra, so that a new age would emerge after this evil is killed forever. You all are of the child here. Duty is up in your hand. Duty is up in your hand. Those who agree, please come and join us killing the evil so that a new era starts. Would you like to join?
Yes.
Many thanks. Before I introduce, and I would perhaps ask if you have any questions, I would like to let you know about some of our future events. First of all, please put your hands together for Wes and Monty. They have done such a wonderful job from behind the scenes. So this show is happening again here at Rich Mix at 3:30 p.m. The TV show. It was part of a season of Bangla drama, and tomorrow is the last day of this production to happen here in Rich Mix at 3:30 p.m. And also, our next event is happening in Nehru Center, Tagore in the Light of Rembrandt. Some of you are perhaps familiar with the painting work of Rembrandt. This is his 350th death anniversary. And we are trying to explore Tagore in as many ways it is possible. So it's a photography and also music, poetry, talk, and exhibition. The show will start from the photography will start from 2nd of December, will continue till 6th December. But to give you the insight of photographies and also on Tagore, an event also happening at 4th of December, Wednesday in Nehru Center, please come. And the next one, a year ago, this show happened here. Badir Mein Jusna has been hosted in so many cities. It is a critically acclaimed production. It was hosted in Leeds with a packed, sold out show, standing ovation, and then it happened Cardiff. The next show is happening University of London, Suez, on 7th of December, Saturday. So those who missed, this is an unmissable production with some new features happening as part of an event, contemporary music event in Suez, and those who have interest in ethnomusicology, this is an unmissable event for all of you. So, ladies and gentlemen, do we have any more slides? Can I ask Shahin Mithuli, please come and join us? Vidushi Chandra Chakraborty, if you just please come so that I can introduce Juliet Gavey. Great. If this production helps you to think the art form that you presented in a slightly different way, it was because of this wonderful artist. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for. So this production was, we actually did reconstruction of rural theatre, and we tried to raise some questions, and we wanted you to go home with a new set of thinking, new set of questions. So it did happen because of a wonderful lady who is the finest Indian classical vocalist here in the West, Vidushi Chandra Chakraborty. Ladies and gentlemen, who was co-director of this production, please put your hands together for her. Shamim Shahan, why Shamim Shahan? So Shamim Shahan is mainly a poet, the editor of the Granthi, and a very dear friend who was the assistant director of this production. Please put your hands together. Shikhaba. Sayyida Nazreen Sultana Shikha, a very familiar face to you. He's from he was the founder of Nari Chetana and Navavarsh Udjapan Parishad. So this year, 3-day celebration of Bengali New Year happening under her leadership here in East London. Please come and join to the events she is planning in April 2020. Onudeb, Damal dancer and a great supporter of the Radharaman Society. Please put your hands together. Juliet Makafila, a poet, a British Canadian poet, a very good friend, and an advocate of social changes, campaigner of social changes. Please put your hands together. You are trying to universalize the message. Gavey Sambusiti, an Argentine poet and literature philosopher. Please put your hands together. Sorry? Oh, anyone has recognized this man? So Dr. Imtiaz Ahmed is mainly a very famous oncologist. A very famous oncologist, head of consultant of oncology. He deals with very serious cases actually. And also the finest Tagore singer here. And also I think he did justice to his character. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. So through this production we tried to, those who are from theatre background, they may ask why this color, why the strong colors we used with the characters, because we tried to give you the color of the country. Through the slides, through the colors, so it may not, we didn't try to depict the reality. This is intentional motto. We tried to give you the color of the country, of the land where this production was evolved, originated from. And the man who was behind the costume, behind every activity that Radharaman Society plans, a very dear friend, Suhail Ahmed, a folk dancer and a costume planner. Sultana, one of our key architects of this production. She has so many things to tell you about her. She's a teacher. She also directs an organization, dance organization, Sonia's Fusion. She's an actor. She also acts in one of his dramas as part of Season of Bangla Drama. So most of you are familiar with her acting, beautiful dancing. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Kaji Nazrul Islam, a poet and a software engineer, also an actor. He also a drama secretary of Shottenshan Performing Arts, based in East London. Please put your hands together. These two little angels, Nandini and Prerana, symbolizes the color of Bangladesh. Please put this one. And you are also familiar with the man next to them, Rahel Chaudhary, a co-supporter of Radharaman Society, and I think this is your first acting in our production. He always accompany on dancing, but today I think you acted as part of as a Lengra Salam. If the show continues smoothly, one lady who works so tirelessly behind this production, and that is Shaheen Mitul. She's mainly the assistant director of this production. So ladies and gentlemen, Abu Bakr, who accompanied on Mandira, you saw him many more productions. Piyash Borua, a very handsome man, a very handsome, and a very talented tabla player. Jesse Borua. The heart of this production. Many thanks. And Pritam Shah. Pritam Shah is, as you can see, a very talented keyboard player and a wonderful singer as well. Please put your hands together again. Many thanks for joining us tonight. If you have any question, please feel free. Otherwise, I would like to invite Anwar Chaudhary, a golden son of Bengal, who is a top diplomat of British Foreign Service and a wonderful friend and supporter of Radharaman Society. If you have any question, I will take perhaps, and then otherwise I will go to Anwar Chaudhary to say a few words. Anyone has got any question? Anyone? No? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Anwar Chaudhary.
Ladies and gentlemen, my good friend Kaiser, this wonderful crew of this outstanding production, thank you so much for making this evening such a remarkable pleasure for me and I suspect all of us here. I should begin, Kaiser, by not only saying just how stunning this was, but what an amazing, outstanding ambassador you are of Bengali culture. It's not just me, but people throughout the United Kingdom have seen your productions and all our friends here. And it is partly because of your leadership and the talents that we saw today. Some some we've seen before, some we know for a long time, others new, that we get to appreciate what is a remarkable culture of heart, harmony, melody that we don't see in other places. I've had the privilege and the luck of serving as a diplomat and therefore seeing many countries, working in many, including in South America. I was British ambassador there for 4 years. I did go to Argentina. I obviously traveled all around America. It is amazing, you know, when you notice that people, humanity, that lives thousands and thousands of miles apart, people of South Asia, people of South America, that we have so much in common, that we share a love that hops those oceans. We share suffering that unites us as if we were neighbors. And Maua, the story of Maua we heard, the one of sacrifice, of life as commodity, suffering under patriarchy, suffering under oppression. That story, you might think, was common in the days gone by. But it is common today. We know more of it today than we ever did. I don't know how many of us are aware that today, here and now, there are over 40 million people who are oppressed under what we now call modern slavery. And a big proportion of that number is, horribly as ever, women and children. So this can stop, this will stop, and it will stop through us, as you were saying, Kaiser. Patriarchy, as you were saying, or fathers, to put it simply, we need to change. I am a father of 3 daughters, you know, and I think, as I grew up here, and other fathers, many fathers in the audience here, I think we are changing. I mean, don't tell my daughters this, but I've already decided that they can marry whoever they want. You know, Christian, Muslim, black, white, it really makes no difference. I'll be just as happy. Yeah? And I think we are getting to a world where we can genuinely say that and mean that. Because what happens in the end, what really matters in the end, is this essentiality of being human. And that is love. That is love. Some of the oppression will inevitably end as we fight poverty. No father, even the one portrayed here, wants to sell his daughter. But they often choose, as you were saying, between desire and duty, and often make their own choices. That will diminish as time goes on. So let me end by saying thank you again. This is the second village opera production that I have seen from Kaiser and Company, and I love them. I often, find it difficult to attend all of it, but I make the time to come and see this because they transcend us. They transcend us to a different world. They transcend us to not only perhaps a heritage a land, a water that we've left behind, but transcend us to something that's inside us, that doesn't often get much outlet, that we don't make time for. And this helps us. This helps us, takes us to a magical place within us, so that we can cry, we can laugh, we can join, we can engage, and we can make sure that the world that we help to create will be a better one. And that, I'm sure, is partly due to the work that our friend Kaisar here does, and his wonderful friends in this production, and indeed all the other beautiful artistic, cultural work that you bring to our knowledge and to our presence. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much.
So many, many, many thanks, and have a wonderful rest of the evening. Thank you for joining.
That was amazing. I had no idea.